Welcome to the first ever episode of the Passport Chronicles podcast. In this podcast, I want to talk to a different person from a different country in a different setting. For our first episode, we have William Watanabe.
Hello.
So, William, you recently spent time in Thailand. How long were you there?
Oh, just getting into it. I was there for 8, almost 9 months.
Wow.
It was beginning of August 2020, or no, it's 2019 I arrived, and I left in late March 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, right when the pandemic was gone.
And so when you were there, were you only in Bangkok, or where all did you go?
So I was staying in Bangkok for the most part. It was studying abroad at Thammasat University.
How do you spell that?
Thammasat.
Okay.
So it's how it was described to me was like one of the top two universities in Thailand.
Okay.
A lot of international students go there. And so my university, UCSB, had a program with them, an exchange. And so, yeah, I was most of the time in Bangkok area, living and going to school. So yeah, right in the thick of things.
And so you said top 2 universities. So you're telling me you went to Thailand's Harvard?
I don't know about all that, but yeah, it was like a rivalry. So it was our school, Thammasat, and then there was Chulalongkorn University.
How do you know how to spell that?
Chulalongkorn. I believe that's how you spell it, hopefully.
Wow.
But
I'm not even gonna try saying that.
That's one of the great kings of Thailand. I think it was, I want to say 4 or 5, but I don't know. It's hard. It's been so long that I can't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's like the debate is like which one's number one. I think Chulalongkorn, from what I can understand, was the like top, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So, when I say the word Thailand, what comes to your mind? What's the first thing that comes into your mind?
I think just the feeling, because I think for me at least, when I go experience different things, whether it's traveling or it's a period of my life like high school, middle school, or university as a whole, instead of like any one particular specific instance, I just have a feeling of like the whole experience. So for me, it's like I feel the feeling that I felt when I was in Thailand during the whole experience, and like this, it's a happy memory to say the least. So I think whenever I hear anyone say Thailand in my everyday life, I always get that feeling of like kind of excitement, like, oh, like I spent some time there, I know about it. Like I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm an expert on Thailand by any means, but it was just a special experience for me. So it's like a combination of all those feelings all into one. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I mean, when someone says the word Philippines to me, I definitely have a reaction to that.
For sure, yeah.
And so Thailand's known for being very hot.
Mm-hmm.
How was the heat there, and how long did it take for you to adapt?
Oh, it was so interesting because, I mean, you know this about me. We share this characteristic. We don't like hot weather. Yeah. We're very sensitive to heat. We'll be sweating when others are kind of chilling. But for me, I remember the first impression of it was when I got off the plane. Obviously in the airport it's air conditioned, but as soon as I went outside with my bags, and a friend of a friend was picking me up, and I remember it was just like, whoa, like immediately I was like kind of drenched in sweat, especially like lugging around the bags. But at the same time, I think I didn't have the same feeling about it as I would like back in our hometown, for example, like where I just hated it. I wouldn't want to be outside. I think it was just different because everything was so new. Like, sure, I was like covered in sweat and stuff, but and it was uncomfortable. But I think that because everything was so fresh and new for me, as like I didn't even really think about it. It really didn't faze me too much or bother me that much. I think it took me. I mean, I never stopped sweating. There was never a point where when I was walking around outside, I just didn't sweat and I was used to it. But I think I was just used to the routine of like always having like a hand fan with me, a handkerchief to like wipe my sweat, and then like making sure I'm hydrated, those sort of things. And then when the temperature would, I guess to answer your question, when I realized that I had adjusted, was when the temperature would dip below like 80 or be low 80s, and it felt cool for me and I wasn't sweating at all. Like,
wow.
Like I remember it was like winter, that's winter, you know, and like I was like feeling good about it. Like I could wear a long sleeve if I wanted to.
Wow.
Which is interesting. But yeah, it's not something, that kind of heat, and humidity really is what it is as well. For us who grew up in a dry climate, you don't really get used to it per se, but you just learn how to deal with it.
Yeah, I totally agree, because I was in the Philippines and there was a similar climate. Like, it's pretty crazy. It feels like you're walking in an oven.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is so hot. And you'll take a shower, and if there's no air conditioning, you'll step out of the shower and start sweating again.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's crazy how the people have adapted to living there, because they'll wear pants, they'll wear long sleeves, and they're not sweating at all. Or they'll be in a hot car wearing sweats. I'm just like, how do you do that? If I did that, I would die. Like, it's really crazy.
It is interesting because like I would see like on the street when I'm going to get some street food or something, and they're operating near the hot woks, they'll still have the long sleeves. Or like when I was in southern Thailand and I was on like a boat, and you're watching like the guy who's taking you on the boat and driving the boat, he'll always have long sleeves, always. But I think in a lot of cases when you're working in the sun, it's really to limit the sun exposure. But yeah, they are more used to it because they grew up there.
Yeah, I've definitely heard about that in Asia, where they'll wear long sleeves so that way they don't get sun damage, or to keep their skin staying light.
You really have to wear sunscreen every single day while you're there. Like, that's just the smart thing to do. And I never really understood, like, before I went there, like, about skincare and like how damaging the sun can be in a climate like that. So yeah, it is important. But
and then I love the malls in Asia. Can you tell us about like your favorite mall in Bangkok? Because I'm sure Bangkok has some amazing malls.
Yeah, they definitely do have some amazing malls. For me, the one that's there's a few that I really like, but the one that will always be nostalgic for me, because it was like one of the first places I ever went, was called Siam Paragon. So okay, SIAM Paragon.
Okay.
And that one was, my understanding, a relatively new one, not like brand spanking new, but it was in this kind of this area with a lot of restaurants, a lot of movie theaters next to it, like a lot of things to do around it. But then inside of it, of course, as you know from the Philippines, there's everything inside. Like I remember I think the bottom floor was like, there was like food, it was almost like street food, but inside. And then if you go all the way to the top, there's like a movie theater and like kind of more fine dining restaurants. They had a Sizzler in there.
That's funny.
I think that was in there, yeah. And and then all in the middle was like clothing, electronics, everything. I can't remember how many floors there were actually, but it was one of the first places I went. I remember I was just walking around. I was gonna meet every exchange student gets a Thai buddy, is what they call it. And I was meeting mine there for the first time. And I remember beforehand, I was just walking around the different floors in awe. Like I remember I had my phone out just filming, because I was like, I want to remember this experience, like the first time seeing it. It's just definitely a whole different world. Like they don't have malls like that here.
I definitely know what you're talking about, because we live in Portland and the mall here is basically dead. It's like a ghost town.
Yeah.
But when you compare it to a mall in Asia, where the mall I went to in the Philippines, they had an overall store, like a department store, they had a clothing store, they had a grocery store, movie theater. It's like the place you would go to where they had quite literally everything.
Yeah.
And my favorite place in Baguio, I would go there every day. They had an observation deck up top. They had restaurants from around the world. Some of the best food was there. And it was just an amazing, incredible experience. And from now on, whenever I go to Asia, I definitely want to go see the malls there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my understanding is like that's where a lot of people who are in middle school, high school, they would go to hang out with their friends. Like I can't imagine, it's a totally different environment than like when we grow up and we're hanging out. We have to like get our parents to go drive us somewhere. Like blah, 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 it's a whole thing. Find out where you're gonna go. But there, it's like, oh, take public transportation to the mall. Let's hang out. Like you can do literally anything there.
And they have free air conditioning as well, which is
necessary
huge in Asia. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, and so you mentioned you went to southern Thailand. Where did you go in the south?
So a couple different places throughout my time there. So the islands, the name of, so each island has their own name, but then before it, the word for island, my understanding is Koh. So like our pronunciation would be like ko.
Okay.
Their pronunciation is more like ga, something like that. But I went to an island called, I'll just do our pronunciation, Koh Mu, M-U-K. That was like a more lesser known island, one of the smaller ones, because there's a lot, like you've heard of like the full moon parties, and like all these different islands that are really popular with tourists. Samui, Phuket's a very popular place in the south. Yeah. So I went to this one. It was a little smaller, kind of more lower key. You had to take a boat to get there off of, I want to say it was Krabi, so Krabi. Don't quote me on that. I went there back. Okay. I went there also in a separate trip. So those are when I think of southern Thailand, the two main places that I think of are that small island, and then Krabi as a whole. Ao Nang is like the area that I was staying in for a little bit. And yeah, so those were two very separate ones. One of them was towards the beginning of my stay, kind of in the fall time, I think October, around there. And then one of them was at the very end, like the last trip I took, Krabi, with one of my exchange student friends. We went to that area for a long weekend in March. So it was really, I mean, those places are beautiful. The beaches are amazing. I have a lot of good to say about southern Thailand for sure.
Okay, so if someone's told you like, hey, I wanted to go to southern Thailand, and you could only tell them one place, which place would you recommend them to go in southern Thailand?
It's tough because it's like such a matter of preference. Like if people, if they like the more like hustle and bustle areas, or like the areas that are super tourist friendly or used to having tourists around all the time, then you would go to like Koh Samui or Phuket or Koh Tao. I don't know, any of those areas. If you have like a specific interest in going to like a lower key environment and really like having a more intimate experience with locals, then I would kind of steer them more clear of the most popular places. But for me, I think a good middle ground is Krabi. So that area, Ao Nang area, there's what's it called? Rayleigh Beach. I don't know if that's the pronunciation. Rayleigh Beach, though. That's a really good spot near there as well. Somewhat more touristy in recent years, but like originally it was a really low-key environment and still has that intimate feel. So yeah, I would definitely say that would be the area for me. But if you like really like luxurious living, touristy areas, Phuket's the place that everyone goes to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned having an intimate experience with the locals. Did you ever go to a Thai village?
Thai village. So I never stayed in one like with someone who was from the Thai village.
Yeah.
The closest thing I had, well, there's two different separate experiences.
Okay.
One, when I was in the north, in Chiang Mai, I met a bartender there, a guy in his middle-aged man, and he was running a pizza joint.
Okay. And
it was pizza/bar, and I remember going there, and I liked the pizza so much that I came back the next day, and it was really that good. He said he learned from an Italian guy that he had been dating actually before or something like that. I don't know. I didn't get the whole story.
Wow, that is so cool.
Basically, he learned how to make it, so it was like authentic Italian pizza.
Yeah.
But he was super, super nice. He actually offered to drive us around to the areas that we wanted to go to. So we went up north to a place called Chiang Dao. Dao, I think my understanding is Dao is the word for mountain.
Okay.
But yeah, that was like a way smaller environment. Stayed a night there in the mountains. They had like a little like almost like a camping setup where you'd stay in a tent. And then we went to after that, he drove us up there, went back down, and then came back the next day to grab us. It's like a 2-hour drive,
wow.
Like an hour and a half. It was not a short distance. So he takes us next to the spot to the east, called Mae Kampong, and this is kind of like small, like what I view as like a smaller village, definitely more lesser known. I think there are definitely were tourists there, but it's just a smaller environment, so you can walk up and down the streets. You have, there's only like a few shops, so there's not like, it's not as big and expansive as other places, but that was a really cool experience. So that would be one. And then the other one was in Bangkok, kind of outside, I want to say to the northeast. I had the opportunity to stay with a Thai family for a weekend, and they had taken me to one where they actually lived in like a, not like a gated community, but it was just like a community, almost like the suburbs of Thailand, essentially. And so that was like definitely a more smaller environment there. And then they took me they had a house, like a countryside house and like a farm. And so I got to go there and stay with them as well. And actually went to a Thai party that they're having karaoke. They loved it. And yeah, so those are my experiences, I think, with like, I don't know, an intimate Thai village-like environment, but I never actually stayed in one for a long time.
That really is amazing. I just want to recap. So you met this pizza shop owner, and on the second day of you knowing him, he drove you 2 hours to a mountain village?
I don't know if it was the second day. So I saw him 2 separate times. Okay. I had gone up during the Lantern Festival.
Okay.
And we had it was with exchange students, and we had we went back to him multiple times, ate his pizza, got to know him, but then him and I exchanged contact information. Okay. And then months later, or a few months later, I went back. Mm-hmm. That's how much I like Chiang Mai. I went back and I met up with him that time, and that was when he had arranged everything. So we kind of knew each other before. It wasn't like impromptu, but still like an extremely kind gesture for him to do that.
Yeah, definitely. That's pretty much unheard of.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Nah, he was a very good guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really interested in Chiang Mai. I know it's to the north of Thailand. What else can you tell us about Chiang Mai? I know it's more in a forested area, is that correct?
Yeah, it's like more, north is kind of more mountain. That's how it's always been explained to me. The north you have mountains, the south you got the beaches, central you have the big city, right? And then northeast is the Isan region, which is more countryside. So it's definitely the biggest city in the north. My understanding is it's gotten way more touristy in the last 10 years or so, whatever time frame. But it's way less crowded than Bangkok, way less of a metropolis, of course. They have what they're famous for. They're famous for a few things. The Lantern Festival, they're famous for that. And I believe also if you go there during Songkran, which is the Thai New Year, or they celebrate it in Laos and Cambodia, I believe, as well. You go there, there's also celebrations there for that Songkran. But then also they have a Sunday walking market or street market there, and that's it's huge. It's really big. I got a lot of souvenirs from there. And yeah, that's one of the spots that if you just go and Google places to see, that'll pop up. But yeah, I don't know. They have a lot of, from what I was seeing when I was looking, they have a lot of hostels there that have appeared to cater towards international travelers and to kind of give them a good experience around the area. So that's always a good thing to do. But it's also known for being cooler in general than the central and southern Thailand. But obviously during a certain time, during winter time, for example, when I went there for the second time, I believe it was in the middle of winter, and that was when I went to the Mae Kampong, the smaller village. It was actually cold there. I was wearing sweatshirt and pants. It was.
And what time of year was this?
This was in November, December.
Wow. Yeah. I'm putting that in my notes because as we mentioned before, we don't like the heat. So if I'm going to Thailand, I'm gonna try and spend a month in November or December. I think that would be
Chiang Mai,
amazing.
Yeah. No, it's definitely cooler up there for sure. And so that's that's the appeal for people who don't like the humidity and the heat. But yeah, that when I think of Chiang Mai, I without a doubt always think of that pizza guy, and kind of just wondering how his business is doing. I still have his contact info. I got to reach out to him one day, but that was one of the kindest things anyone's ever done for me, for sure.
I totally agree, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
A fantastic story. And do you remember the name of his pizza shop?
Mod. So his name was MOD.
Okay.
It's also means ant in Thai, but it was just Mold Pizza.
Okay.
So yeah, I think he would probably still be that. That would probably still be the name. I know he changed locations, but yeah.
That's the first shout out in this show's history. The first recommendation.
Yeah, it's almost like Mod, you know, like
yeah,
Mod Pizza.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the
interesting.
So you mentioned Thai New Year. Is that also the end of December? Because I know in Asia, a lot of their New Years are at a different time of the year.
That's April, so that's Solar New Year. That's what we were celebrating.
Interesting.
Yeah, we were celebrating that a couple months ago because they had all those festivals in Portland. But yeah, it's always in April. I can't remember if it's like the first Sunday or middle of April, but it's always in April every year.
Okay.
And it's always hot that time. So the thing that they do is it's kind of a tradition to have like water gun fights or water fights.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do they also celebrate Western or Chinese New Year there as well?
Chinese New Year, you'll see, both Chinese and Western New Year. But you'll see like around Chinese New Year, they'll have decorations like near the malls and exhibits and stuff like that. At least when I was there, I saw that. So yeah, they definitely celebrate. I mean, yeah, there's more. I guess they celebrate three New Years, but although it's not like Chinese New Year is as big of a thing as like Thai New Year.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
But they still celebrate it. Yeah.
Okay. And do they have like a Chinatown in Bangkok or Chiang Mai or anywhere?
Chinatown. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of Thai Chinese. I didn't realize that beforehand, but when meeting people and like especially talking to other Thai friends, and when they see other Thai people, they can immediately tell if they're Thai Chinese. It's kind of funny, but yeah, there's areas in Thailand, in Bangkok. I want to say Hua. I don't know. There's a train station that's right in like the midst of like this kind of Chinese community.
Okay.
And so they'd have a lot of like, it is Chinatown. It's literally Chinatown.
Okay.
But it's they'll have a lot of noodles, like different Chinese noodles restaurants. Why can't I remember the name? Yeah, I can't remember the name now. But if you just type in Chinatown, Bangkok, it'll pop up with the name. Yeah. Something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Thailand is famous for all of their amazing temples. Do you have a favorite temple, or is there like a temple that you recommend everyone should go see?
So there's the like the laying down Buddha. I don't know if you've heard of that before. What is that? Is it Wat Po? I don't remember the name. But it's like this huge golden Buddha that's laying down. That is a sight to see, man. That thing's massive. I remember taking pictures next to it, and it's just like, it's insane.
If you had to take a guess, how big do you think it
is?
is?
Man, I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to even try to guess because I'd probably be way off. But it's just, it is massive. It is massive for sure.
Okay.
It's something I would say for sure. Go see that. I would say go see the. It's like the Temple of Dawn or the Temple of the Sun.
Interesting.
It lights up at night. But what is the
that's
name?
Cool.
Wat Arun.
Okay.
Yeah, Wat Arun. Okay, I'm glad I could remember that one because I've been there multiple times. It's almost like looks like a pyramid kind of, or like pyramids that are lit up at night. That one's really cool. That one's near where not too far from where I went to school actually. And as far as like sites to see that are similar to temples, the Grand Palace is like a must for people who are going. I think, yeah, that's a really cool place. It's really always really crowded, at least whenever I would go. But it's worth noting when you go to these places, there's a dress code, right? You can't wear you're not supposed to wear shorts or like I want to say you're not supposed to wear sandals either. But whenever I would go to, like, we went on field trips, we'd be wearing our school uniform to these places. So just always long sleeves, pants. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't wear shorts.
So you said in Thailand, your school uniform was long sleeves and pants?
Of course, yeah. It was like a, just like a school uniform you would see here. Just a plain white shirt, long sleeve, button up, and then black pants. And then they had a little tie. You didn't have to wear the tie all the time. But I thought the tie was cool because it had a little pin on it. That was like the Thomasat logo. That was really cool. But yeah, obviously it's hot. Yeah. It's hot.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah.
And so let's say someone just landed in Bangkok and it's like, let's say 12 p.m. What is the first thing you think they should do?
You're gonna be jet lagged, that's for sure.
Okay, let's say they're not jet lagged. Like they just landed in Bangkok, they're ready to go. They drank a Red Bull on the plane.
No, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. Red Bull is Thai. Yeah.
No, I would say. Oh yeah, the jet lag didn't bother me, so I don't think it would be a big deal. But I'd say definitely, first thing I'd be doing was going to get food. I mean, the first thing I did was go directly to 7-Eleven and check that out, just because I was so curious, and I was gathering supplies for my room, like water. It's important to have water, like snacks. And then they had full meals there too. But yeah, I would definitely just be going to get some street food. But that's just me personally. I know other people would probably have different agendas, especially if they have a short period of time. Like maybe they're going off and they're immediately going to see temples. But yeah, me personally, I would stop to get some food, get some street food somewhere, and then walk around. Like I went also was just walking around the streets around my accommodation, just kind of getting a feel for everything. But I think that is different just because I knew I was going to be there for a long time, so I didn't need to rush to go do things because I knew I would have a lot of time. But yeah, I guess my recommendation, if you want to see malls, go get some street food, walk around, get hot, get sweaty, and then go to the mall, cool off down there. Check those things out. But really, it's hard to recommend just because so many people will have different preferences on what they want to do, and maybe they're really not into food at all, which would be shocking to me.
Yeah, especially because it's Thailand. Their food is world class. We're definitely going to talk about that later.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned 7-Eleven. What's special about the Thai Special 11?
Thai 7-Eleven, I think Asian 7-Eleven in general, you could say this about a lot of different 7-Elevens, but for me, the thing that was cool about the Thai 7-Eleven was the different snacks that they would have specifically that were Thai, and then the full meals. Like they had a section that was just straight up full meals, like how we would have gas station sushi, hot dogs, chicken tenders, all that. They would have it there, and it was like pad siu, pad thai, like curry. They had both ready to ready-made meals that were like curry, and then they also had like frozen curries, both of them phenomenal. My favorite 7-Eleven snack in Thailand though was the toasties. They're basically they look almost like those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, the Smuckers, the Crustables. Yeah, the Crustables, what they call them, Uncrustables or whatever. Sandwich with no crust on it. But when you go to order it, it could be ham and cheese. It could be, they had a mashed potato one, turkey, whatever. But when you go to get it and you give it to them, they'll heat it up for you there, and they have almost like a panini press. And then, man, those are the greatest midnight to 3 a.m. snacks of all time. And yeah, super cheap. Everything's super cheap there. What I also like about the 7-Elevens there is they sell beer and hard liquor there.
Do they sell this beer?
They sell this beer there.
All right, I think it's time.
Oh, what a transition. What a transition. So I haven't had this one since I've been in Thailand.
No kidding. Yeah, let's see how similar it is. Because
the thing is, around here, the Singha is really popular. Singha. And then Leo is really or not. I guess you see that sometimes around here, but really it's the Singha that you're seeing a lot around here. But this was my go-to. You could they had really fat bottles, like bigger than this too, but 3 of them would run you up. I want to say, I don't know, like $4, 4, 5, something.
And what people should know is that the conversion is $1 here is 35 there, and the local currency is baht, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's really, and the fact that they would sell them in 7-Eleven is so convenient because I lived literally right next. Well, I mean, there's one almost on every block, but I lived right almost above it. So I would just go downstairs if I was staying in that night or not didn't have any plans. I would just go grab a 3-pack and then that's your night.
And you said a 3-pack of the big ones, right?
Yeah, the
what
big
do they
ones.
say when they drink in Thailand?
Oh, it's so there's one I know that most people aren't saying this because it's not like cheers, but
Okay.
it was like mok gao, which is like kill your glass. I would always say that, but then there's also there's another phrase that I'm not remembering off the top of my head right now, but yeah, mok gao, yeah, something like that.
Okay.
But it's like kill your glass. Dripping.
It's all right. This is good.
Yeah,
A lot better than Italian beer, I'll tell you that much.
This is nostalgic, I must say.
That is good. I do like it. That is some good stuff. I do recommend it. We live in Portland, a beer city. You heard it here first. We drink different beers like every week, every month. So if we recommend it, it's definitely some good stuff.
Well, how would you explain, because I can't, the difference between this and like a Mexican beer or, an American beer? I don't know.
I would say the difference between, especially a Mexican beer, like a Mexican beer almost tastes like you need a lime with it or you need food to go with it. Like for me personally, I don't know if I could ever drink a Mexican beer just by itself.
Yeah.
Even though it is good, it feels like it needs that little extra piece.
Mm-hmm.
But even American beer is such a vague term because there's so many different types.
Yeah, for sure.
But what I would say is, like, if you're talking about like the most popular beers, I just remember them tasting like water or tasting horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watered down. Yeah.
Right. But with this, certainly very smooth. It almost reminds me a little bit of a Japanese beer, a little bit.
Yeah, it's interesting. I can't explain it. I don't know if a lot of it is just nostalgia, but this is just, I could drink this.
It is.
all the
It
time.
is certainly unique. There is a little bit of foam, and it's not too bitter either, which is very good.
Yeah.
Because IPAs are very popular, and I don't really like those.
That's a nice lager.
And so in Thailand, one of my biggest problems with the Philippines is that I really hate to roast the Philippines, but it is a little dirty. And especially at night, you'd see cockroaches everywhere. Would that be an issue in Thailand?
This is interesting because I know some people would see cockroaches. For me, I never had that issue, really. Like, maybe I saw them a couple times on the streets, like if I was walking in an alley or something.
Yeah.
But I never saw that too much. I never had them in my room, ever.
Okay.
And then, yeah, as far as dirtiness,
Mm-hmm.
like, sure, you're going to find dirty areas of the city.
Yeah.
But honestly, some areas of Portland I would consider more dirty just because of it's like blatant trash, like there's like sometimes like feces. But I would think overall, like, yeah, sure, like maybe if you're from Tokyo and you go to Bangkok, you're going to find it a little bit more dirty than what you're used to. I think that's natural. I think that's just big cities in general, though.
Okay.
Usually. At least for me, nothing over the top. Like, nothing really shocked me, or I was like, wow, this is really insane.
Okay.
But also I was going in with a really open mind and not really no expectations or, thinking that things are supposed to be a certain way. So
Okay.
I think that also helps.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I never for a moment was like, this is a really dirty place. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. That's very interesting. So Thailand is known for Muay Thai.
Mm.
Did you ever experience Muay Thai? Did you ever do any Muay Thai lessons or?
Yeah, so
can you tell us more about that?
I wanted to go to a match. It just never happened. But I did. I was able to take, I guess, an impromptu Muay Thai lesson. The story behind that is Thammasat has like a couple different campuses. So the one in Bangkok is called Tapachan. It's I can't remember what that means, but it's Thammasat Tapachan campus, and that one is for the international students or people in international programs. So even though I was going to school with Thai people every day and also from other various countries, we were all in international programs, and everything's taught in English. But there's a different campus a little bit up north called Thammasat Rangsit campus. That campus is, my understanding is, classes are taught in Thai, and its majority of the students are Thai students. There would be some international up there as well, but it's really it's just a different campus, different class structure. You have different majors up there. And so that campus was where my Thai buddy, somehow I got two Thai buddies, one in my international campus and then one in that campus. So that was the original one that I had, was the one from that campus. And I had the opportunity to go up there and for a day, like, experience what that campus was like. Very fortunate to be able to meet all of my Thai buddies' friends as well and kind of see how they live up there. And some of the activities that we did, we did kayaking. There was a place that we could play pool. We did that. Obviously ate food, ate really good. I think there was like a little student market going on up there, some sort of event. And then one of their close friends is actually a Muay Thai fighter, a female cool. Muay Thai fighter.
Oh, okay.
And she I think she was practicing or something. She's training, and we were able to actually go and join her and put on gloves and like do like, you know, some training like with her. She was showing us like different kicks that she was doing, punches, etc. And then we actually had like a little like for fun match.
Yeah.
And so that was really cool. It was an outdoor arena though. It was hot. Let me tell you, it was hot. Yeah. It was like outdoor training, right? Like, okay. Yeah, it was where they go to train. So that was outdoor. But yeah, it was a really like crazy impromptu experience because I went into the day not knowing what the activities were. And then all of a sudden we were there and I was like, okay, like, yeah, let's just throw on some gloves, you know, do a little bit of sparring. No, that was an interesting thing to see. And yeah, after that I wanted to go to an actual match, but I never got around to it. So it's something still on the bucket list. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so for those of you unfamiliar with Muay Thai, it's like Thai kickboxing. And from what I've heard, it's one of the most effective forms of martial arts. They call it the art of the 8 limbs because they use the kicks, the knees, the elbows, and the fists.
Yep.
And I was interested in it until I heard that they kick trees to harden their skins. When I heard that, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna do that, but yeah. I'll definitely watch and respect it because it is super cool.
No, it was super respectable. Like,
yeah.
I remember just seeing, we got to watch her train a little bit, and yeah, that was a tough fighter, tough woman, and really nice, really kind. Everyone really kind, really inclusive. Yeah.
I'm sure, because I've heard that Thailand has like a warrior culture. And what Thailand is also known for is elephants. So how often did you see elephants? And I think I heard that you can ride them, but you're not supposed to. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so I never did the whole elephant thing because of those reasons.
Okay.
I know a lot of places that you can go, like ride elephants, for example.
Yeah.
They're really mistreating elephants. They're it's basically just animal abuse.
Okay.
It's my understanding.
Okay.
And yeah, elephants, we shouldn't be riding the elephants. A lot of times they're conditioned into letting you ride them through, you know, like pain practice, or even like almost like I heard stories about like tranquilizers, or like like injecting them with something to make them more docile. Mm-hmm. I don't know the specifics on all that. I never did all of that. There are elephant sanctuaries where you can go where they say that they treat them in a humane way and you can like wash and bathe them. That would probably be a really good experience. I would definitely obviously people do their research to make sure that they are treating the elephants in a good way. But I saw a few elephants during my time there. One of them I think was in Chiang Mai, I want to say. I think it was just someone was just leading it through the street. They were just walking.
Through the street?
Yeah, they were just walking, and I remember seeing that. I was like, oh, I took pictures.
What?
Like, wow, that's crazy.
Do they have it as like a pet or something?
No, they must have been from some sort of elephant sanctuary or an elephant event.
Interesting.
I don't know, but it didn't look great just because they were like leading it with a chain and stuff. And it just didn't look that great. But I remember seeing that and I was like, wow, that's an elephant.
Yeah, yeah. I would definitely love to go to a sanctuary. Elephants are my favorite animal. I think they're so cool.
Yeah.
And did you like? I'm sure you had a culture shock. What was your first culture shock in Thailand? Or what was your first moment where you're like, wow, I'm really in Thailand right now. I can't believe it.
That's a good question. I would say, I mean, there's multiple moments. The Thai, like having the Thai shower, the Thai style shower, I know it's in other countries as well, so maybe it's not appropriate to call it a Thai style shower, but that's just my impression because I've only seen it in Thailand and experienced it. But like the bathroom, it's all like that shower tile, at least the one that I had, right? And you have the shower, like you have curtains that separate the shower part from like the bathroom part or the toilet part, and then there's like a little step down. Mine was like a step down, so like you have the toilet here, and then like there's this, and then like this part here is the shower, and it's like an indent, it goes down a little bit, and then you have curtains. And so shower curtains, but basically the idea of is the whole bathroom can be washed at the same time. Like, you know how we have the curtains here to stop the water from splashing onto the part where it's not supposed to splash? It's not like that over there, at least in the shower that I used and saw most. And I remember seeing that, and then they have the bidet, but the bidet was just like the spray gun. And I remember that, like seeing those everywhere, that was like culture shock to me, because it was like obviously knew what a bidet was. My parents have a Toto with a bidet, but to see the spray gun version, never seen that before, and I didn't even know what to do with it.
So it's not a button; it's like a attachment. Like you could, like if you wanted to, I could pick it up and spray someone that walked in.
Yes,
that's
so
crazy.
Really, what I used it for initially in the beginning was just cleaning the bathroom floor, because like I said, you could spray anywhere in the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
So like when I was taking a shower, like if like there was like hair on the floor or something, I would use the spray gun, the bidet, to like get it all on the drain, and then I could take it off and put it into the trash can. But that's like the extent. I would use that, or I'd clean my feet with it. Really though, what you're supposed to obviously use, it's what they call, a lot of the exchange students nickname it the bum gun. so yeah, it took me about 2 weeks. To really like try it out, and then from then on I never went back. I was like, this is the greatest thing. Like there's no, like, it's so much more hygienic, like. And then from that moment on, I was like, wow, like this is normal. Like everyone knows about it. Like no one's even worried about it. Like no one's tripping on it, you know, like, because in America, you bring that up, people think it's weird, right?
Yeah.
And I tested this multiple times. When I came back to the States, I would talk to different people about it, and I'm like, what do you think about bidets? You know, like that's a weird topic for people. They don't even like talking about it, but it's so normal over there, and throughout a lot of Asian countries and other countries as well. I didn't realize how widespread the use of a bidet is in other countries throughout the world, aside from the US. So that was one of the things that's just completely different culture right there. And then street food culture. Like that's probably the first thing that really hit me, was just you're walking down the street and you have this delicious food being created in front of you. Like, and these people, it's their livelihood, right?
And it's like a whole line of people too, and there's choices, and you really get to pick.
Exactly, there's choices you get to pick, and they're so kind. They're so, I mean, they're so hardworking, and just to see people grinding it out every day. Like when I'm walking to school, and like on the way, you know, I pass this lady who she's frying, or not frying. She has like a grill, and she's grilling like banana or sticky rice, different things, and then you have the person who's doing noodles and fried rice, and you have like the soup stand, and like seeing all of that and realizing like wow, that's such a big part of the culture here. like street food culture, and just going out to eat is cheaper there than to cook at home. And so a lot of people, they just go out to eat. Like, they don't have kitchens at home. I didn't have a kitchen in my apartment, for example. And a lot of places don't have kitchens, especially if you're a student, because it's just cheaper and easier to eat out. And it's so so prominent in the country. So I think that was probably the first one that hit me, and it was beautiful. Like, it was just an awesome thing to see, and getting to interact and like getting to know food vendors was really cool, because like obviously if I'm walking the same route every day to school, I'm gonna see the same people all the time, and we're gonna recognize each other, and a lot of times I became friends with them, and that was a really special thing, because that doesn't happen here with restaurants, especially with chain restaurants, right? It's way different. Obviously they have chain restaurants there too, but we just don't have street food, and that's a culture difference.
Or what's special about Portland is we do have the food trucks, and over time we have become friends with some of the food truck owners.
It is a similar culture.
And they are the coolest people. And if you can become friends with a food truck owner, like, they'll make stuff for you that's not on the menu. Like, I'm sure if we wanted to, we could probably hang out with them too. Maybe you'll see them on this podcast later.
No, they share stories. Yeah. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's one of my favorite things about Portland for sure, is that you can go to a food truck owner, and especially if it's like from a foreign food, like the last food truck I went to and had a really great experience, I was craving Singaporean food because I had it in the Philippines a few times. I found one restaurant in the Philippines. It was Singaporean. I loved it so much, I bought everything on the menu, and it was so cheap. I only spent like $30. And so ever since I came back here, I've been searching for it. And so I found a Singaporean food truck. I went there, I talked to him, and like, it's a fantastic experience, and I know I can go back anytime and consider him a friend.
Yeah, like that Italian guy, Bari Food Cart. I mean, that's got to be a star of food truck owners that we've met.
His food is incredible. His personality is incredible. And he even gave us food recommendations of other authentic Italian restaurants in the city. Yeah. Which is incredible, because America is known for having not the most authentic food. I hate to say it.
Yeah. I mean, I think what's beautiful about the Portland food truck community is they're all doing it. The vast majority of them, if not all of them, are doing it because they love it. They love the food that they're making. They have a passion. They love serving it to people. Like him, that guy, the Italian guy. I mean, he straight up told us, like, it makes his day when people come up to him and say that they like his food. And that's like it's super special. And yeah, it's unique in this country.
Yeah, definitely. And it makes sense that they don't have kitchens in Thailand, because Thai food is incredible. It's world class. Like, I mean, I've gone literally months, days, weeks of eating it every day, and I don't even get tired of it. Like, it really is crazy. And I think now is time. So we're wearing these shirts because this is from Mark Wiens. He's a famous YouTuber who literally goes around just eating food and gets millions of views. And I will say, like, the quality of these shirts is very nice.
They are very nice. They stand out. People ask about them.
And can you read this in Thai for the people?
So it's my pet, my gin. Yeah. So my pet's not spicy or no spice, and then my gin is no eat, not eating. Yeah. Yeah.
And so Thai food is world class, and it is now time for us to have some Thai food.
Whoa. You're going to have to get out of that chair somehow.
Don't worry about it. We're going to start with the appetizer first. Can you open another beer for me?
I got you. Look at this. The first ever podcast intermission. Food intermission. I got to say, though, these beers are taking me back.
I will say I haven't eaten yet. These beers are definitely hitting. That's for sure.
Where's that? Can you put mine on the...
Yeah.
Well, you got it right over there?
Yes, sir. I'm going to wait until the moment of truth. Alright, we'll start with this one first. Tell the people, what do you think about this? Hold up to the camera so you can see.
Look at this. Sweet basil.
Yeah.
Sweet basil.
Have you had these before?
I haven't.
Wow. Okay.
One of the words I do remember in Thai, for sweet is wan.
Okay.
Wan. So it'd say like wan ma is like very sweet. My pronunciation is terrible. But yeah, dude, let's open it up.
Definitely. You get first bite.
Oh, dude.
And the reason why I got these Thai chips is because my favorite chips of all time, Willie introduced me to these. What are those chips called, Willie? The Miang Kum chips?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And then after you take a bite, talk about that chip. Oh, how are they?
Hold on. Hold on. Mmm. These are delicious.
I will say, before we continue, our friend Blair is in Thailand right now. He posted a picture on Instagram and said, this is another reason, this is a way Thailand reminds America that we're a developing country. He posted a picture of, I think it was like Pringles pizza flavor or sausage flavor. Like, Thai chips are amazing. My favorite is, they're called Miang Kum, right?
Yeah, Miang Kum.
And what's special about these chips, if you can find them, they're in a green bag. You literally have to try them. So what's special about them is that in one chip, there's the lime, the ginger, the peanut, the spicy pepper.
Yeah, so it's like a Thai kind of appetizer, I guess. At least in America, we treat it as an appetizer. But you get like a lettuce leaf or some sort of leaf. I'm not sure what the leaf that they use is. But yeah, you'll put inside peanuts. Oh, you got dried shrimp. You got lime. You got ginger. What else? What is that? It?
Pepper.
Oh yeah. The Thai chili.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you're having spicy, sweet, sour, savory, salty, all in one thing, and that's the common trend. Not the commonality of Thai food is a lot of the dishes blend all of these different flavors that in a lot of cuisines are separate, or you have one or two, but in Thai cuisine you'll often have all of them or most of them, which is very interesting. Like tom yum, the soup, you have sour, spicy. You could
It's also
even say
hot.
Yeah, you could say it's spicy. You could say different condiments that are on the table will add different flavors that maybe the dish doesn't have on its own. It's like, for example, pad see ew is a sweet, savory dish, but you have on your on the table you could have like vinegar and chili oil, chili pepper flakes, and you could add that to your pad see ew to make it have more flavors. It's very interesting.
All right, time for me to try. Whoa. Kind of tastes like barbecue a little bit?
No way!
I think so.
Give me another one. It's sweet like barbecue.
Yeah. First thing that comes to mind is barbecue.
They're better than barbecue though.
Of course.
It's fire.
Time for... Look at this guy. Time for the second reveal. Hold up to the camera. Tell the people, what do you think about it?
It's interesting. So, hold on. So, there's no English, right?
Probably.
There's no English on it. We don't see it in English. But I can tell from the picture here, they have river prawn right here. This is how it's kind of served, how I've seen it served a lot and eaten a lot in Thailand. It's split in half. Sometimes you'll have butter on it. Yeah, so that's that river prawn. Grilled river prawn, because it's on a grill there. Okay. And then on the other side, they have this sauce. Mm-hmm. This is seafood sauce.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen that here, right?
No, I haven't had it here. I haven't had it since I've been in Thailand. But this is like, it's always eaten with seafood up there. Okay. And you go to a seafood restaurant, they're gonna have this sauce. Okay. And I'm very interested because it's It's sour. It's savory.
So it's like a fish sauce? No, fish sauce is almost like just
I
salt.
don't know what's in it. I don't really know what's
Salt
in
and
it,
sour
honestly.
is fish sauce.
But it's good. And I remember because I was at a seafood restaurant once. Because I liked this sauce so much, I had to learn the sentence for asking for more of it specifically. Did you just kill that beer?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
Yes, sir. You know how we do it on the Passport Chronicles. Getting tipsy, bringing the people content.
But yeah, if there's any Thai people watching, you can rate my pronunciation.
Okay.
But it's Kasat Noi Kap. Kasat Noi Kap. Something like that.
I like that.
yeah, no, for real. But it's like asking for a little bit more sauce, please.
Okay. More sauce. There you get first bite.
Oh my god. Yo, Dante, man.
I told you I bring the surprises, huh?
Dude.
I still got 3 more.
Dude.
Yo, I still got 3 more.
I want to know what you think of that.
Oh, baby. Whoa. You really taste the fish? That's crazy. This might be... Because usually, like, if you have fish chips, it's usually, like, a hint. But you really taste it in this.
Shrimp, man.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy. Yo, these are fire.
They're crazy. I've never had anything like this.
I love the design with the half and half. Like,
Yeah. I think
man.
the sauce is just like a hint, but the fish flavor, like...
Yeah, I can't really taste the sauce too much.
Oh, I can't if I focus on it. It's more of like a lime. It's like a shrimp and lime chip. It's crazy. Like, I think they should bring these here.
These are really good. Where'd you get these? Lily Market?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah,
They're not. They don't hold a candle to my favorite chips.
Of course,
but like,
of course.
These blow any American chip out of the water, no question.
You can definitely taste that shrimp.
I know.
They're like shrimp chip in a potato chip.
Mm-hmm. And it's so rare because Americans just don't have fish or shrimp as a flavor here, especially when it comes to snacks.
Mm-hmm. That's so interesting, man.
Okay.
And this design is just fire, dude.
All right.
What else you got?
Tell the people a Thai story. I'm gonna bring out one of the main courses.
For Thai story, you have to give me a prompt.
Okay, a prompt. Oh, you dated a Thai girl. What was that like?
That's one of those questions. So I'm gonna get 3 no comments on the night.
Okay.
This will be my first no comment.
Tough, dude. Okay.
All right, I got a story for you actually.
Okay.
Another
Perfect. We gotta wait for me to get out first.
Yeah, you get out.
Bro, this is so crazy.
Yeah, we have just enough space in this little nook to fit both of
sorry.
us in, but we can't get out. It's all right though. It's part of the show. So, the story is, I met a guy in my economics class in Thailand. He was one of the first Thai friends I ever made. He invites me out to go grab beers with him and his friends, and basically we go to this bar. It's a spot that I would have never thought to go to, but it's bustling. There's a lot of people. We order 20 Thai beers. We're all drinking whatever, having a good time. It ends up being around midnight. We decide we're gonna leave and go get some. For some reason we had a craving for pad thai, and there was a pad thai vendor across the street. So we go there, we order our pad thai. It's midnight, a little after midnight. We sit down. We're eating our pad thai. We're talking, having a good time, whatever. Out of nowhere, someone's walking down the street. I can't remember where he came from, but he just runs up, punches my friend in the face, just right in the cheek, knocks him off of his chair where he's eating his pad thai to the floor, and then runs off, keeps running. Like we get up and we're like, what's going on? He runs off. There's like a getaway car, and he jumps in the car, drives away. And like to this day, obviously don't know what that was about. I remember after that I was like shocked. I was like, I didn't even realize that could happen. It was just like a total I don't know, unexpected event. And for a while there, I was like, is my friend involved in something else? Like, what's going on? Does someone have a grudge against him? But ultimately, I don't know. Maybe it was just truly just a random, crazy event. Someone just comes up and was dared to punch someone in the face. I don't really know what could happen there, but just illustrates you always got to have your guard up. Things can happen at any moment. But yeah, that's my story. These chips are amazing.
Okay,
what has he got over there?
Okay, next question. Would you recommend an American man to date a Thai girl if he is unsatisfied with his local dating market?
Oh my gosh. I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to have to use my second no comment of the podcast early.
I'm disappointed.
It's a no comment for me. I got to say though, these chips are phenomenal. I really like these chips. They're Ruffles too.
All right. So, we got to open the beers, bro. Oh, you're
How about this?
slacking.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay.
When I say Thailand to you,
Yeah.
what do you think of? And you have to speak until I'm done chugging this beer.
Okay. When you say the word Thailand, I think of phenomenal food, world class. I think of very happy, nice, friendly people. I think of beautiful women. I think of beaches. I think of the mountains. I think of elephants. I think of a place I want to visit in the future.
Okay.
And so, Thailand is a Buddhist country. How does that impact the culture, and what role does Buddhism play in Thailand?
What a question.
Monster, you almost finished those.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I'm just going to preface by saying this is all my observation, my experience. Obviously, different people are going to have different experiences. They're not going to have the same ones that I have. Maybe they have a different perception of the country. But the way I saw the Buddhist influence in the country was in the kindness of the people, in like how they interacted with each other and with strangers, foreigners, travelers, whatever. And so that story I told you about the pizza guy, the pizza shop owner, that's one of them. He was a very devout Buddhist. He was very serious about his religion, and he had explained to me that about, basically doing good deeds, like how important it is to go out of your way to do good deeds for other people, and that's part of their belief system.
Okay.
I remember the story I have that really illustrates this, or at least in my opinion illustrates this. When I first got there, on the way back from the airport to my apartment, we got stuck in this like alleyway traffic jam, and it was all messed up. In America, if we were in this situation, people would be honking, they'd be yelling at each other, like there's someone like stuck holding everyone up. But out of nowhere, and this is real, out of nowhere, there was a Buddhist monk there somehow.
Oh, wow.
And he started directing like traffic, like saying like, oh, like you back up here, you come up here, like helping us out of this traffic jam. And on top of that, no one was honking, no one was upset. Our driver was perfectly calm. Like, it was something that's crazy, because just like growing up here, at least in my family, my dad gets extreme road rage, like at small things, right? Sometimes, right? I don't want to badmouth him, but yeah, like, and just in general, I feel like in America, it's way easier for drivers to get like upset or like lay on the horn or be like, "What's going on?" None of that was going on here. I don't know. I can't connect it directly to the Buddhist influence, but the reason that made me think of that was because there was literally a Buddhist monk like kind of directing traffic, like helping us get out of this situation. And I just thought that was like a culture shock for me as well, because I was just like, wow, like no one's upset here, like everyone's so calm, like this is definitely a different culture. Because
I love that, and that's really amazing, because one thing Americans are not, and is they're not chill. But I really love that Buddhism is about being chill, being relaxed, and just solving the issue. And I really wish that there was more of an aspect of that in American culture. I gotta check on what's in the microwave. Tell the people, did you ever go to a monastery and meet Thai monks?
I never went to a monastery, but you would definitely see Thai monks walking around the streets or on the bus or in the library. I mean, they're definitely everywhere. So you will see them if you go to Thailand. That's for sure.
Familiar face.
Some green curry.
But where? Do you see what's on top?
Is that the fried eggplant?
Yep. Familiar face.
Look at this guy.
Yep. Okay, so here, hold on, you gotta wait for me to get in. Alright, I'm in. So, here we have green curry from Thai Noon. You saw us in my last video, where it was a part of the rice tier list. And I decided to bring it back, and they gave us chili flakes, and look at our shirts, not spicy, not eating. I have Chinese chili oil. Should I bring that out too?
Sure. Do you have any, can you have
gosh.
napkins too, or a paper towel or something?
Yeah. This is so ridiculous, dude. This is gonna be a video just by itself, me getting up and leaving. Yeah, here's my Chinese chili oil, and then napkins.
Paper towel.
I want toilet paper.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll be right back.
So this looks pretty good. Had it before. The fried eggplant is phenomenal. I will say that. And then yeah, we're putting chili flakes on it. Should be interesting. But yeah, I think I hear Dante peeing right now. I was supposed to do this a month ago on Dante's birthday, but it didn't work out. That's my bad. Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so what I want to say is, I actually want to tell a story about the first time I tried green curry. Very hilarious story. So, during my trip in 2018, where I was on my way to Canada, I stayed a lot of the time with my grandpa's cousin in Eugene, and I can't believe this because this is actually the worst Thai curry I ever had. But he went to Trader Joe's and he bought a bottle of green curry, or like a jar, and then he had like these tiny baby fish, and then mixed them together, and then maybe there was rice, but that was our dinner. And I was like, well, this is free, so I'm not gonna complain. But it was like the worst curry I've ever had. I never would have guessed that 5 years later now, it'd become my second favorite food. So I'm gonna tell the people why I love curry so much. It's the absolute perfect winter food. So the base is coconut milk, which on its own is incredible. Coconut milk is, not only is it nutritious, it's delicious, it's savory, it's thick, it's creamy, it's sweet, and it's the perfect base for the curry, which is just all these different flavors, all these different vegetables. And what's special about Thai Noon, the local restaurant, is there's this fried eggplant right here. And I'm going to save that for you, Willie. I'm going to let you dig in. I already put rice at the bottom, so just mix it together and just dig in.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's some Chinese chili oil I got at the supermarket here if you want some extra spicy. I don't think it's too hot though, but it does taste great.
So you know what's interesting about Thai curry and the way that it's eaten normally?
Okay.
At least this is what I was told.
Okay.
Because a lot of times it's easy just to mix it in the bowl like this with the rice on top.
Yeah.
But at least what I've been told is you keep them separate and you mix them.
No kidding.
You'll take some of the rice and then put some of the curry or whatever. You don't just dump them into the same bowl, which is interesting.
This is news to me.
Which is interesting.
I've been eating this for 3 years now, and you didn't tell me this.
Well, I mean, it's not a problem. There's no certain way to eat food. That's my opinion. I think that you can do whatever you want, have your food freedom. But yeah, that's just. I remember I did that one time, and they're like, what are you doing?
Wow.
But dude,
yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about my surprises so far? I still have 2 more.
These were both 1?
No, each one's separate.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, I
2
still
more.
have 2 more. Still have 2 more.
Hmm.
What do you think about these surprises?
This
so
is
far?
good, dude. The chili flake really does add that little extra level of spice that is needed.
Oh yeah, and it kicks in a little late too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
for
like
sure.
that. Yeah.
I like this a lot. This is really good.
Because when I called every place, I told them, my Thai friend is coming in town. You better make this spicy.
That's the only way to get them to make it spicy.
True,
right?
because Thai restaurants, they underestimate Americans so badly. And I guess I understand why, because, like, what I really don't like about American culture is, like, some people might eat spicy food and feel like it hurt them. And they might want to, like, sue the restaurant or something, or not want to pay for their meal, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, this is really good.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. This is a good call.
Yeah. I know you're going to enjoy the next 2 as well. Okay, let's see. Another thing that Thailand is known for is ladyboys. What is your experience with them?
What an interesting question. Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
Dude,
Yeah,
you don't know how to sip beer.
don't worry about it, bro. You know how I am. I'm a monster.
This is nice. This is great stuff. We're enjoying it. We don't need to.
Remember I told you, bro,
Slug it
you only
down.
got 6?
We slug it down like it's friggin' cough syrup or something.
Bro, this isn't lean. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, I definitely met and became friends with multiple trans people. My first Thai buddy was trans as well. So,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm so curious about how it initially gained so much international, I don't know, recognition for that. Like Thailand in general is a lot of people will say that as well. Like, oh,
I have a theory. You want to know what it is?
Sure.
I think because Thailand's also known for sex tourism, I think a lot of people, they'd go there they see, oh, that's a beautiful girl, and then they bring them back to their room, and then there's a surprise downstairs. And they just didn't expect it.
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, I don't really have any strong opinions on it. I think... I don't know if I have any trans friends here. I don't think so. But the people I met in Thailand were really, really, really kind, really nice. And yeah, I don't know. I never thought about it too much while I was there. Yeah, it wasn't one of the main things on my mind.
Yeah, I will say for here, it's such a new thing. It's almost like uncharted territory, but for there, isn't it more of part of their culture and been there for a long time, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'd be curious about that. How
But
long?
I will say they are more believable, I would say. Because in Portland, like, it's like a dude would put on a wig and wear makeup and call himself trans. I'm like, sure, bro, you do you. But
You
like,
gotta stop, man.
I know.
You gotta cut this part, man. You gotta cut this question.
Just remember, we're 3 beers deep.
It's so ridiculous.
Okay. On to the next question. What are some things you don't like about Thailand? Because no place is perfect. Because I know for me, I spent 1 month in the Philippines, absolutely loved it, and I would say there were only 3 things I didn't like. But what about for you in Thailand?
What was yours was the roaches, the weather, and
just the bureaucracy.
Perfect. So I got 2 of them right.
Yeah. Right.
The roaches, weather, and bureaucracy.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, this heat really is there. Like, they did a good job.
It's good. I mean, I think the chili flakes add a lot too.
I wasn't expecting it to be so much. Yeah.
It was good.
You want any more of those?
You can kill it, dude, if you want.
Monster.
I'm gonna save the room for the next one.
Okay. All right. You sure you don't want this fried eggplant?
I'll take a fried eggplant.
I know you do, dude. I got you. Yeah.
So I'll say, what did I not like? The traffic. Well, this is Bangkok specifically.
Okay.
The traffic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dude, it's hard to get around.
How does that compare to LA traffic?
You know, I haven't like commuted around LA a lot. Like,
Okay.
I know I've been in LA traffic. I've been in Seattle traffic.
Seattle traffic is horrible, bro. It's so bad.
I think Bangkok's worse.
Sheesh.
It's hard to get around, especially they have something. It's like the first Friday. I want to say the first Friday of the month. It's extra bad.
Interesting.
I
Why
can't
do you
remember.
think that is?
No, there was a name that was given to me. I remember because I had a flight to Singapore,
Okay.
and it happened to be on the first Friday of the month. I think it was the first Friday of the month. And I remember I had been telling a friend that I was going, and they called it something Friday.
Okay.
But it's like basically known that like on the Friday it's gonna be the traffic's gonna be bad. And
Yeah, I'm gonna get the next dish ready.
And it was definitely it was definitely bad. Like it takes hours to get somewhere that would only take, you know, like maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah. So other than traffic, is there anything else you didn't like?
It's a good question. I'm gonna eat this eggplant first. I'm not even a big fan of eggplant in general, but
Yeah, but Thai Noon does it right.
but it's awesome.
Yeah, they do it phenomenal.
Yeah, so I think mine would definitely also be kind of related to bureaucracy, but more of like government.
Okay.
Because I know there's a lot of issues. A lot of my friends have issues with the government and the way things are run. My personal experience with it was with how refugees are treated there. Just because that was my internship was involved with working with refugees, and just the policies there were pretty barbaric, and how people were treated was pretty awful. So I think that's the biggest glaring thing for me. But yeah, I don't have a lot of bad things to say about Thailand in general, I think.
What do you think about Thailand's king? Okay, I do have a hilarious story. So, the only thing I know about Thailand's king is that when the virus started, he took like 8 of his wives and left to Germany. And I just remember hearing that and thinking that's a hilarious story. What do you think about Thailand and the king? What do the local people think about Thailand and the king?
I mean, yeah, from my understanding, he does spend a lot of time in Germany or other countries. Just the general feel that I get from talking with some of my Thai friends and hearing different opinions. The previous king was really loved and respected. I think we're on 10 now.
Wow.
Rama 10.
Wow.
But there's the 9th king. Oh, man, I think it's 10 now. But the previous king was very well respected and loved. And this king, for one reason or another is there's people who don't approve of him and like what he's been doing. I don't know details too much, but that's just what I've heard from what people have told me.
Do you think there's hope for Rama 11? Does he exist yet?
That one I wouldn't know. I know there's been some forward steps in the past couple years for Thailand, and you know, my Thai friends have kind of shared some of that, some change that's been going on, but it's very interesting. I'm not super up on it. I don't know all of the details, so I can't say too much, but I'm definitely rooting for them always. It's interesting. It's just always going to be, because of the experience I had, they're always going to be on my mind at some points throughout the years. I'll be thinking about Thailand and hoping the best for them.
Do you have a best friend in Thailand?
A best friend in Thailand?
Yeah, or like your number one or closest Thai friend.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I got a couple friends that I'll keep in touch with routinely. That friend that I talked about earlier, who I'd met through our economics class, he's like my first Thai friend, and definitely someone that I really appreciate and look up to and admire. And I think we'll definitely be friends. And we'll check out each other throughout life. And then the other one is my other Thai buddy. I had two Thai buddies. So the Thai buddy from international campus, and she introduced me to some of her friends, and yeah, we definitely, I think we'll definitely keep in touch as well. And I think it's really good to have those type of friends. Like when I do go back to Thailand, I'll have someone there who I can hang out with and experience the culture with. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't know about like a best friend, but yeah, I have some good friends from Thailand.
Okay, so let's say someone was going to Thailand for the first time and they wanted to experience everything. How long do you think they should stay in Thailand? I'm going to check on the food real quick. Answer the question.
I think two weeks minimum, but 3 weeks are more ideal, just because it really depends, I guess, what you're going for. But I think if you wanted to not rush yourself, 3 weeks is a good mark. Yeah. And then you also have to just take into account, if you're flying from America, you're going to lose some time to travel. So, yeah, maybe like 3 weeks. 3 weeks is a good mark.
All right, time for the next dish.
What is going on? Oh. Interesting.
What do you think it is, huh?
Oh, that's hot, dude.
Yeah, it's hot, bro.
It's fucking hot, man.
That's why I had the towel, fool.
Oh my gosh, man. That is hot.
Oh, should I finish my beer?
You're out, dude. Yeah. That's what happens, man. Should have sipped on it.
I can't, dude. I gotta get the next drink.
All right.
I'm having a great time.
Is this khao soi?
Yes, sir. But they call it, it's funny because when I called, I said, can I get the khao soi? And they said, do you mean the number 8 house noodle? And I was like, yeah.
Interesting.
But I understand why they don't call it khao soi, because I've never seen the color so brown before. When I've had it previously, it was more of a red color.
It looks different.
Yeah, I don't know if they've changed it recently, but whenever I've had this dish, it's phenomenal. It's definitely aromatic.
This is Thai Noon?
This is a kalmudang.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah. Alright, we're on to our next set.
Hawthorne Kolsch.
Yeah. Whew.
Okay. So
Yeah, what
you
do
got
you
some
think?
cow soy here.
Yeah. I told them to make it spicy as well. How is it?
I haven't tried yet. Let's
Okay.
see. I know you love some cow soy.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't expect me to get my 2 favorite Thai foods, right?
Mmm. Mmm.
He loves it. That's a good sign. I like that.
Yeah, that place is good.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's got the curry in there.
Yeah, I won't lie. It's a little hot. So I'm taking my time with it.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I think these beers have made me a little more vulnerable. Okay, so if someone were to visit Thailand, what time of year do you think they should go?
I'll give multiple opinions. So,
Okay.
if you want to go see, or if you want cooler weather, definitely like winter time. Well, obviously, the way that it was described to me was Thailand has 3 seasons:
Oh, really?
hot, hotter, and hottest.
Bro, that's terrible. You're not selling Thailand right now.
Oh, it's not a big deal though. I mean, no, but they have like a monsoon season. They have a cooler weather season. But I think if you want to, if you're averse to heat, then yeah, like November, December, January. If you want to see their New Year's festival, then it would be April. If you want to see the Lantern Festival in Chiang Mai, I think that's November. But really, regardless of when you visit, I think it's just important that you know what you want to do, what you want to get out of the trip, and you prepare for the different things that are going to be different from your own culture, and go in with an open mind. Yeah.
Do you think there's anything that's overrated in Thailand?
Overrated?
Yeah.
I don't even know, dude.
That is a difficult question because in the Philippines, it's such a low-key spot. It's like nothing is really overrated, properly rated, highly rated. It's almost like uncharted ground in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Thailand's great. I think there's a lot of countries in Southeast Asia that have really awesome experiences waiting for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I would say things are overrated or not. Yeah.
I definitely know for certain Vietnam's on the rise, and it does look very interesting.
Vietnam's fun.
Yeah.
Mm.
Look at this guy. He's having the time of his life, huh?
Mm.
I mean, a happy guest, that's good for me.
That was good.
Yeah. Yeah, Khao Mu Dong, they really do it.
Yeah, crispy pork in there.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I'm surprised. I got it earlier today. I'm glad it's still crispy. Which country do you think is the most similar to Thailand?
I haven't been to enough, but from what I understand, Laos and Thailand share a lot of similarities, to the point where their language is very similar as well. And a lot of people who speak Thai automatically, by default, know a lot of the Lao language. So that would probably be my pick as the most similar country.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta try those noodles, man.
I know, I'm a little full, dude.
This
But
guy,
I'm gonna have it later. I'm just taking a little bit of time.
Yeah, okay.
And I have had it a few times. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm also a little full.
I'm surprised to hear that. Usually you're a bottomless pit. Look at this guy. I gave him the egg too.
I know the egg's crazy. Fine, I'll have the egg.
Yeah, you will have that egg. So, what are your favorite Thai foods? These are my 2 favorites. No, I'm not sure if they're in sequential order or not, but khao soy, basically how I would describe it is it's a red curry base, and then with noodles, and this one there's a soft boiled egg, vegetables, pork, crispy pork as well, phenomenal. Khao Mu Dong in Portland, phenomenal. Another shout out. And then the other one was Thai Noon, and their green curry. I've actually this is gonna be crazy. So, the reason why I love Thai Noon is their portion size is like this. All other places for the same price is like this. And so I've tried every single curry on their menu, and green is by far their best. Yellow is their second best. And honestly, if you haven't tried Thai curry, go to your local Thai restaurant and just give it a try. It's phenomenal, it's amazing, it's nutritious. Especially if you're in Europe or a cold place, it'll feel like they're giving you a warm hug. And in the winter months, that's definitely needed. And look at this guy. Yo, did you crush all that cow soy? No?
There's some pork left in there. I will say, man,
Okay.
you go to Chiang Mai,
Yeah.
you'll have the best cow soy of your life.
Yeah, I heard that's where it's from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of this stuff that we've had here even compares.
Sheesh, that's an endorsement if I've heard one.
Sure.
And your pizza friend is there?
Yeah, my pizza friend's there.
Yeah, where is he gonna take me? I'm ready for a journey. That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, I would like to go there again one day for sure.
Yeah, is that our next podcast with Pizza Man?
That would be crazy.
That would be insane,
to hear
huh?
that guy's story, that'd be crazy.
That would be absolutely insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it time for the final dish?
Sure. What do you
Okay, I want you to take a guess. What do you
got?
think
It's
I
like
have?
it's like an entree.
No, it's a dessert.
Oh, he's got mango sticky rice.
I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
I'm down though. I'm super down,
Of
man.
course you are, dude. You can't turn down food.
That's gonna be fire.
It's pretty big too. Ever since we had it at the Lunar Festival, I was like, how could I not, dude? Yeah, show the people.
Thai Noon?
No, this is from No, this is from Thai Noon. Yeah, yeah. I am 3 beers deep.
Look at that. How are you getting my
Ooh, we gotta open this, huh? I haven't even tried this beer yet.
The
Hawthorne
Kolsch?
Kolsch, German style. I got these because they were on sale.
Where at?
Maybe the local McMenamins or something? I'm not really sure. I was looking for Cranberry and Dream, saw they were on sale.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
pretty standard Kolsch, yeah.
Yeah, I think one.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, only one.
Yeah.
You better be ready for some K barbecue later.
Today?
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Well, I
We'll
mean,
see.
the day's still early, right?
We'll see how it goes.
It's not even 2 p.m. or I don't even know what the time is.
All right, what
We've
are we
been
doing
recording.
with this, man?
Yo, check your watch. What's the time?
4 o'clock.
2-hour podcast. The first one. That's crazy, bro.
All right, we gotta eat this. We gotta eat this.
Okay. I'm actually really satisfied. You get first cut.
That sticky rice is sticky. Cheers. Mmm.
What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
This is my first time having it cold. Ever since we had it at that one festival, I've been wanting it. I went to Thai Noon for the curry. I saw they had sticky rice, and I was like, how could I pass this up, man? So for the people who haven't tried mango sticky rice, what all is in here?
Mango and sticky rice.
No, there's like a condensed milk or coconut milk as well, right?
They cook the rice with like a sweet
Mm.
condensed milk, something like that.
But the mango is the star of the show.
Of
Phenomenal.
course, you gotta have really ripe mangoes.
Yeah.
I think so.
I was gonna tell a story, but I'm not gonna indict myself. I'm gonna just leave it at that. What else should the people know about Thailand?
I mean, I just think it's because for a lot of people in America,
Yo, eat some of this.
Asia is kind of like out of the comfort zone, right? You don't. It's an unknown place. A lot of these countries are unknown places. You don't know if you're going to fit in with the environment, the food, the people, etc. I think Thailand, at least in my opinion, is a really good starting point, especially when you're young. I used to say this a lot in the years following my trip was I believe that Thailand is one of the best places that you could go to visit while you're young, if you're with friends, if you're looking to make friends. The people are so friendly. The culture is so friendly towards foreigners and tourists. And there's a lot to do in Bangkok. There's a lot to do around Bangkok. Like, it's just a really good place to explore. And, you know, all of those things that you may be uncomfortable with because it's a foreign country, in my opinion, I think that Bangkok's a very like traveler friendly place, and it has a lot to offer for people who are unfamiliar with it.
Yeah, and I'm really glad you mentioned that, because I would say Thailand or the Philippines is a great first option for your first time in Asia. Because if I'm not mistaken, in Bangkok, the level of English is pretty good, right? Yeah. But it's not like Japan or Korea, where they're so advanced they don't even need English, and so the level of English will be much lower. And you have to keep in mind that Japan is a gargantuan, and they have 3 different alphabets. And so it's not really beginner friendly. There's a lot of research you have to do. But Thailand and the Philippines, well, Philippines you have to do a little bit of research, but it seems like for the most part it's pretty much you book a trip and you just go, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just something that if you already have the yearning to travel, some people just don't want to go, and I understand.
I don't understand.
But I mean, to each their own. But I think if you have a little bit of an inkling and you want to travel somewhere new and you want to do something, I think that Thailand is a relatively safe place, and relatively easy to get around without the local language. And yeah, there's just a lot to see there, even if you're only there for a few weeks. So I think it's definitely a good place.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. Do you think that you need to learn Thai before you go? Or what are some useful Thai phrases that people should know when they go? I know you want the last piece. No? Wow.
I think you don't need, if you're going to stay around city areas, big cities, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, you don't really need to know the language. But obviously, it's an added benefit if you give effort. From my experiences, like even just the littlest amount of effort, just trying to speak Thai with Thai people, trying to understand their culture, it means a lot. And having that interest, and before you go, doing some research, for example, on Thai culture and the history of Thailand, if you're really interested in it, it really goes a long way. And the Thai people will appreciate that, I think. And it's just good to have that knowledge rather than just going somewhere just to, have superficial experiences, or, not really delve into the culture and just see what the tourists want to see. I think it's better to just try to educate yourself a little bit before you go, but it's not necessary. That's the thing that's advantageous about visiting Thailand. It's a pretty traveler-friendly place. Yeah.
All right. We're almost at the end of the show. It's time for some quick-fire questions. What's your favorite street food?
Favorite street food would be Pad Kapow, spicy basil stir fry.
Okay. I didn't know that was street food. Very interesting. What's your favorite place in Bangkok?
Siam, so just that area around the mall and all that.
Okay. What would you rate Thailand out of 10?
I can't give anything 10s. I'll give it a 9.5.
Wow, this guy. What does Thailand have to do to earn a 10?
No one can get it. No one can get the 10.
No one can get a 10.
No one can get the 10.
Bruh. Wow. This guy's tough, huh?
No, if you give out your first 10, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage, because then it's like, what can top that? It's the perfect world. It doesn't exist.
Wow, getting philosophical on the podcast. Love to see it. Okay. Next question. Bangkok is so big. Did you ever get lost?
For sure.
Okay,
for sure. Especially if you're walking around, you try to walk to places.
Okay.
Yeah, I get lost, but it's easy now in this day and age. You got Google Maps. You got your phone that can call the Uber equivalent Grab over there. I mean, yeah.
Would you say Thai is a difficult language to learn?
For sure.
Okay.
It's mainly because of tones. They have 5 tones.
Sheesh.
So for
and look at this language. Look at all these squiggles, huh?
Yeah, I mean the alphabet itself you can memorize it, but the tones is what's difficult because especially certain tones that sound similar. So
I just noticed this. What is this line here? It says eek 2 and then there's a plus sign. What is that?
These are markers for, like, you'll put the markers on top of letters. So these are consonants.
Okay.
These are your vowels.
Oh, no kidding. There's a lot of vowels.
These are the numbers, I believe. Those
are numbers? They don't even use, like, the regular numbers?
No, they do. But they also have Thai numbers, of course.
No kidding.
And then here, these are markers, like tone. It indicates tones.
Okay.
So that's why, like, there could be the same word. Like, for example, the word for horse and mom and to come, I believe. No, like, come here.
Oh, okay.
You freaking the word,
4 beers deep.
Yeah, those words are all the same.
Okay.
They're all ma, but they're different. It's like ma. I
heard it's similar in Chinese where you can use the same word ma.
Yeah, but there's like 8.
Make a whole sentence.
I think Chinese is even more difficult because there's like 8 tones.
7, yeah.
But But here there's 5, so that's That is. Yeah, I mean, I don't fully understand this part, but there's 4 of them here, right? So I would assume that each of them represents a different one, and then without it is one as well.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what makes Thai difficult. It's not really memorizing the letters and the vowels.
It's the tones?
The tones, yeah.
I definitely understand that because English is not a tonal language.
Yes.
And for me, I have been told I am a monotone person.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay, some more rapid fire questions. Let's see. Is there any places that you wouldn't go back to if you went to Thailand again? Or if you went back to Thailand, how long would you want to go back for?
That's a good question. I would want to go back at least for 3 weeks.
Wow, okay. Another 3 weeks.
2 weeks minimum.
Okay.
But I wouldn't. No, there's not. I can't think of a place that I wouldn't go back to. Okay. But I would probably. The only reason I wouldn't go back to places is because I want to go to new places.
Okay.
Like, there's a list of places that I've yet to go to in Thailand.
Yo, let's hear this list. I'm really curious about it.
Well, for starters, in the south, there's many islands, right? There's a lot of islands. So there's islands that I want to go to still. Even though it's very touristy, I think Samui would be good. I think Koh Tao would be good.
Okay.
I would try out Phuket at some point.
Okay.
And then there's Hua Hin. It's like the west. I want to say west of Bangkok. It's more like a beach town. I haven't been there yet. That's where Blair first started teaching.
Oh, no kidding. West of Bangkok?
Yeah.
I thought he was in Bangkok.
He is now.
Okay.
But he started out in Hua Hin.
Interesting.
And then... yeah, I don't know. There's Isan. I haven't been to Isan too much, so I definitely want to go there. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to take in for sure. A lot of my friends were from the south, town called Trang.
Okay.
I went there before. I went around there a little bit, but I would definitely go back. Want to explore more.
Okay.
Hat Yai, where the fried chicken's from.
Yes, there's a restaurant in Portland called Hat Yai. It's fire, absolute fire. If you've tried regular Thai food and you want some more interesting, unique Thai food, gotta go to Hat Yai. It's also fire. Highly recommend it.
Definitely, I'd go there for sure.
And then I would say that, so if you meet people from different places in Thailand, can you recognize where they're from or their accent? Like if you met someone from Isan versus someone from Chiang Mai, would you be able to recognize the difference in how they speak?
I would not.
Okay.
I would not. Thai people would, of course, be able to.
Okay.
Well, depending on where you're from, but
yeah.
But yeah, I definitely would not be able to. I don't think.
Okay. All right. So I think we're basically at the end now. If you got this far, thank you. I love you.
I know.
God bless.
That's crazy. If you got this far, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'd be curious to know who you are.
If you got this far, put a comment below. Beer's on me, and I will buy you a beer.
For real.
I will buy you a meal.
That's real.
And if you don't live in America, message me. I want you to be on the show. I will. Yeah, we'll make that happen. And the final question is, who do you think my next guest should be?
I think you go back home, you visit your mom, and you have Mr. Alex Bradley on the podcast.
Let's go! Yo, Big Red, a.k.a. Rojo Muerte, a.k.a. Yo, I love that, dude. That's a fantastic idea. You heard it here first. I think we're going to make it happen. The Passport Chronicles. Get your passport, travel, go to Thailand, and I can't think of a better way to start the podcast. Lasted way longer than I expected. It's what time now?
4:15.
That's crazy. We started at what, like 2?
Something like that.
2:30 maybe? Like, that's crazy. You guys are the best, and we're out of here. I gotta pee.
Out of here.
Whew. Alright. Let's see if I can fucking get in. Yo, let's go.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, I gotta do something here. Okay.
Are you pinned?
I think I'm pinned.
I'm pinned. We get in, but we can't get out.
We'll have to just suck in our stomachs.